How to become a merchant mariner 2025. First thing you need to get right into off the bat, get on that Coast Guard website, get your merchant mariner credential. This is the most important thing you can access as a merchant mariner. This will hold all your credentials and all proof that you are a merchant mariner. This is easily the most important thing I hold on me when I go onto a ship and try to get a new job. Go into the Coast Guard website, fill out the paperwork, pretty simple process, nothing too crazy. Whole lot of paperwork, but you gotta do it if you want to get on a ship. Merchant mariner credential, nothing more important. While the paperwork's filling out for your MMC, get yourself a Twick, Transportation Workers Identification Credential. All mariners have to have this. This is proof that you are a worker in the transportation industry. It gets you to skip the line in the airport. What can beat that? Come on, get it right away. All you gotta do, get on the website, Transportation Workers Identification Credential, type that in, very simple. Apply for the credential, easy access. You wanna work on a ship that travels the world, goes deep sea like I do, you're gonna need a passport if you don't have it already. This is the only access you can get to other countries and getting on a ship that allows you to go all over the world. Very important if you want to go that industry. If you don't, if you want to stay local and inland, you don't have to worry about that. You do not need a passport to work on tugboats and inland vessels of any sort. And if you're interested in the merchant mariner lifestyle, I created a community for merchant mariners to connect from all around the world. It's brand new. I'm trying to get this community to grow to help mariners all around the world. So join up, help it out. Link down below. A very important part for applying for your MMC is also applying for your medical certificate that it will be in your MMC. This is basically telling the Coast Guard and every ship you apply for that you are physically capable of working on a ship. And I can promise you, when it comes to the medical certificate for your MMC, it is a pain in the ass. You will be running all over the place, different kinds of urgent cares, different type of physical therapists, different type of drug screenings. It's a hassle, so get it done when you can and when you have the time. Once you get all the annoying paperwork out of the way and you get your MMC in the mail, this is your new Bible for a merchant mariner. Next comes the awesome step of getting the credentials in this book to allow you to get on a ship to work on the ocean and enjoy your life as a merchant mariner. So for your MMC, you need the minimum required training to go work on a vessel, and they are STCWs. STCWs stand for Standards of Training, Certification, and Watchkeeping. It is literally the minimum amount of training required for you to work on a ship. This covers things like survival, lifeboat training, fire safety and firefighting training, medical like CPR and first aid. Now, if you don't want to go through any type of school, say the SIU apprenticeship program or the mid-tax apprenticeship program, or if you're not going to any type of maritime academy like Kings Point or SUNY, the way to do it is to go to a Coast Guard approved training facility. There's a bunch out there. Ones like Blue Water Maritime School down in Jacksonville, Florida. A place called Sea School, which is down in Alabama. And also another school is ABC Solutions down in Houston, Texas. The best way to go about this is to look up Coast Guard approved training facilities for merchant mariners. You will see any type of school all around the country that are willing to take your money and give you these credentials. That is the biggest downside of it. Obviously, you have to pay to get these credentials, but honestly, it ain't bad if you're willing to pay and you have the money for it. In just a couple weeks, you are going to get all the credentials you need to get on a ship, which took me almost 2 years through the apprenticeship program. It's not that long anymore. I think you can get everything done in the SIU apprenticeship program about 1 year. But if that's too much for you and you got money in the bank from another job or savings account, and you just want to get on the water without any type of school, go for Coast Guard approved training facilities, put a couple $1,000s down, get all your credentials you need in a couple weeks. You'll be making that money back in a fucking couple weeks on a ship anyway. Once you applied for the classes at the Coast Guard approved maritime school, you will go through the courses. They will be pretty entertaining. Firefighting is always a good time. If you've never been in an environment like the fighting a fire and being in the full fire suit, you will feel like a true badass and a true firefighter, like everyone always wanted to be as a child. Wet dream of mine fulfilled. Next, you will get into water survival and lifeboat training. When I went through it at the SIU apprenticeship program, they have you in this little lifeboat thing. You get in it, you flip it over. But the whole thing is you're in a pool. Just letting you know out there, if anyone doesn't like the water, I know it might seem kind of crazy that you're going into this industry if you don't like water, but I was in that school with many people who didn't swim at all. You just need to tread water a little bit, kind of just keep your head above water, This is what I had to do. I'm not sure if this is every school, but this is what I had to do. You had to tread water, be capable of sitting in a life vest in the water, being comfortable, jumping off a diving board into the water, making sure you can plummet into the water safely, get out of the water safely, get into this life raft safely, flip the life raft safely, just making sure you are pretty functional in the water and you are capable surviving in the water. You'll also be thrown in these really sticky immersion suits that get real tight around your skin and almost feel like you can't breathe in it, but they are kind of badass, honestly, because you can just lay in the water dead and you'll just still float. It's great. I feel like it would be oddly satisfying to pee in it, but I wouldn't know anything about that. You also have to do basic CPR training, which is honestly awesome. CPR and first aid was good knowledge to know. Get the little dummy, you make out with it for a little bit, you wrap someone's arm up in the sling. It's a good time. Maritime school will overall be a fun time, so you're paying some money, you're gonna have some fun, you're getting on a ship. Can't beat it. Make sure when you're looking up these SCCW classes, Coast Guard approved maritime school, that you're looking into the entry level classes. You don't want to be paying for a mate's class when you've never even been on a ship before. So when you go look up the SCCW classes, you get onto the website, make sure you're on the entry level classes, firefighting, lifeboat, CPR, things in that matter. They probably usually come in a package. Take all the classes in a couple weeks, get on a ship. The SCCWs on a ship qualify you for the entry-level positions on a ship. So for the deck, it's ordinary seaman. For the engine department, it's a wiper. And for the galley, it's a steward assistant. So once you get these credentials, you will know you are on the entry-level position, and those are the type of jobs you will be looking for. So once you get your STCWs done, and you get them in the mail, you slip them right into your MMC. They'll come in the format of a sticker on a very fancy piece of paper from the Coast Guard facility where they do all your MMC paperwork. It'll look something like this. It'll go right into your MMC. Those are a little more of my advanced AB credentials there, but you will be able to get that. And as you further on your career, you will continue to get these credentials in the mail. They will continue to send them, and you just slap them on this book. Let them go. The more credentials you have, the better jobs you can get, the more qualified you are as a sailor. So for here, right here on mine, this is when I have my AB already. This is after going through the SIU apprenticeship program. I have my RFPFW, which is navigational watch standing. Up here, I have the basic oil and chemical tanker. I have cargo operations, basic liquefied gas tanker cargo operation, and all types of good jazz on there. Don't worry about that right now. You'll get there. But first, you have to start with the entry-level basic STCWs. Get to that Coast Guard approved maritime school. Get it going. Of course, you got to start off with the paperwork first. Okay, you got your MMC, your passport, and your Twick. All finished. Credentials all in. Got your STCW credentials done from a Coast Guard approved training facility. Get your STCWs. You got them in the book. You're ready to go to work as a merchant mariner, as an entry-level merchant mariner. It's just a lot of paperwork. And running around the dock. It's a pain in the ass. It's a hell of a time. Kind of crazy always getting to these places. But it is so worth it. Getting a job on the sea is a great, fulfilling lifestyle, good money, and just an overall good time. So if you put in the work for the paperwork, you will be very happy with the results. So good luck on your journey, and I'll see you out there.